Hello and welcome again to a spot of positivity. It is Work With Me Wednesday and we're going to continue today on our tangle and see a few new little patterns to try. So come and watch me and see what you think. Here we go. Yes, it's all coming into focus just now. That's what we did last week. We were working on a little braid kind of thing, which you see right here, and also of course this kind of well, I don't know what you call that kind of pattern. I'm sure it has a name. They all have names, but it is kind of it gives a 3D effect because I did some shading, you see, on the bottom right hand side of each of those little squares, and it made it look like it has a bit of depth to it. Now you see we still have some areas that need to be done, that little bit there and here. So let's get me set up over here so you can see it just fine. There we go. So in this area here, let's just take this white space. I'm going to teach you something really, really cool, which they call paradox. So what I'm going to do is make a triangle. So I'm going to take one dot here, one dot down here, and one over here. And connect them all there and there. Okay, with a pencil, but I'm going to get one of my new markers. Yay, hooray, I bought some new micron pens because my other ones are running out of ink. Now let's just connect these dots with, it's a 0.005 pen I'm using because this is a very, very tiny little thing. Okay, so this is a really cool thing because what happens, it's a little bit like it reminds me of a spirograph, 70s toy, but because of the little straight lines you're making, it produces kind of a curvy line. That's what the paradox is about. I'm going to start from this point here at the bottom left. I'm going to go to a point just there on the top of that line. So just see what I do here. A straight line. Now we'll turn our paper around. I start from that little place that they came together right there. Okay, I'm going to make a line all the way to just a little end on that side. This is going to sound a bit like it's very tedious, but it's going to sound really cool. I mean, it's going to look really cool. Now I'm going to turn it around again. Let's just do it like that. There we go. Where is that focus happening? There we go. You can see what I'm doing now, and my fingers all over the camera. Now, I'm going to take, I was here. I'm going to take it to a point just in there, okay? Now, twizzling right around this point, I'm going to go to the next little thing here. So along there. You could do this with a ruler, but I'm not. Okay. Now I'm going to go from this point where I left off and go to another point along this line. So basically, now I'm going to turn it around, and I'm just going to go to this place where I left off and go to the next point. So each time I'm not going back along the line I've made. I'm choosing another point along from that, moving along. You see what I mean? Okay, so time to turn it around. I'm going to start from this point I've just done, and I'm going to the little point along there, okay? Watch this. Do you know what? There we go. Okay. sorry. Yeah. So that's where it is. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one only has 3 lines. So if you ever get lost, you can count that way. But it happens. If you make a mistake, it doesn't matter. Turning it around again. There we go. You see how that looks? Starting from this bottom point, and I'm going to go a little bit along further that way. Turning it around again, guys. Lose my way. And around. Now, you're not supposed to do this, but I'm going to do this, okay? I'm not going to turn around anymore. I'm just going to go that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. You kind of get the hang of it after a while. And look at that. Isn't that a cool little shape? Now, put this right back where it was to begin with. I've got this little funny little shape. Let's make, just for fun, let's add another little triangle here. Let's connect these dots there and here. Now, what about if, in order to mirror image it, I start at the bottom here. I make a line just in from there, and of course I'm going to go just in from there. I'm not going to turn it around this time. So basically I'm still drawing triangles. I'm not turning it round and round. Each time I'm just going slightly in from the last line. And there we go. Now look at that. What a cool shape, eh? Sounds the Canadian me. It says A. A. And one. Let's just stop there, okay? I'm going to make some more at my leisure and show you next week. But just for fun, for a completely different pattern, I'm going to make a pattern in this area. And this is one I've just learned, and it's called Dude. Hey Dude, I don't know why it's called Dude, but anyway. You make little things like this. And on this side, you can make another one. You climb up there like that. It's almost like a little vine thing. You don't color the whole thing in, just to leave a little space. There you go. Oh, I'm losing you. You see that? Left a little space between each one. Now, this is a little bit of fun. You take your pen and you draw a kind of, they call it an aura around it. Each time you're connecting with that little space you left. And going around. There you go. And that looks like okay. But as we do more of these things, it will look really cool. So just make another one here. Doesn't matter if it's a different size. I'm going to pretend there's one behind here, but there isn't. We're just pretending. And that's the thing. You kind of, it gives it a little bit of a 3D effect. Again, I'm going behind here, just pretending there's one there. There we go. Now I'll start over here. Now, this is where we do this aura thing. We go around here. Now we can stop because there's another thing in its way. That's okay. It just gives a really, really good 3D effect, okay? A lot of this going around things and seeing what happens. I'm going to stop in a minute because our time is almost up. There you go. Now see, I'm going to fill the whole area with that stuff, but I wanted to show you something cool. In this little part between here, I'm going to make little sort of stripy things, and it's going to give it a really cool layered effect. Because these pans are so fine, it really makes it look cool. There you go. So I'm going to play with those a little bit myself. That is our picture so far, which is quite cool. And I'm going to play with these at my leisure, and I'll show you next week what we've come up with. And I thank you again for joining me today on A Spot of Positivity. Hope you have a lovely, relaxing day. Bye-bye.